Okay, I'm going to show you how to remove the crank arms without damaging your bicycle and without using the special tool. For demonstration, I have this piece of a bike frame here. It's got aluminum crank arms on a steel bicycle frame, and the shaft is steel, as it normally is. Okay, so first of all, you will have to remove the drive side. Sorry, this little ring here on the non-drive side. So this is your left pedal arm. So I already have it loosened, but I'm gonna show you what you have to do. This is just a regular thread. So you're gonna take your flat screwdriver, like a large one, and you're gonna just tap it, put it inside the little ring here, and just hammer it with a regular hammer gently, and it should unscrew very easily. That's just holding the bearings in adjustment. So you're gonna unscrew this. Okay, so that's loose now. You can unscrew this little nut here with a 14mm socket. On this particular axle has a little nut here. Alright, so all you have to do right now is loosen this bearing cup inside. So this is also just a standard thread. So what you're going to do is you're going to need to turn this little cup in here. Once you remove this ring, you should be able to turn it. So you would just unscrew that. You don't really need any tool at this point to unscrew that. I already have it loosened, but yours will be stuck on. So you're just going to unscrew that while this is still on. You're going to unscrew this cup here. Okay, so now that's going to be loose. Your arm will still be on here. Still be on like that. So at this point, what you'll need to do is go to the other side and find yourself a bicycle axle. This is heat treated. Here's the one I'm using. I already used it a lot of times. It's a axle out of the bicycle, or just to use a regular punch, whatever you got, and you're gonna hammer the axle from this side. So you're gonna remove this nut. And you're gonna hammer the axle while holding this crank arm flush to where it joins to the frame here. You don't want to be hitting it at an angle. You're gonna damage it. You could damage something. So you're gonna hold it, because now it's all loose. You're gonna hold it in the position that it's supposed to be at, and then you're gonna try to hammer this axle with just a regular hammer, and just tap it. Don't go crazy on it. Just tap it and keep hitting it. The vibration, if you hit it like 20 times, what it's gonna do is this side is literally gonna come right off, and this side is loose, so you got nothing's gonna get damaged in there. So if I were to be hitting this, this crank arm will just pop off because it's interfering with the, the frame there, or the cup. So that's gonna fall right off. This is also like an aluminum Suntour crank, which what these tend to do is they because this is steel, it's difference of material, so it tends to weld, cold weld right onto the axle. All right, so at this point, what you want to do, this cup here will be really tight. Normally these are really tight from the factory and from pedaling. So what you need to do is take a pair of one way is channel locks, and you're gonna, this is a reverse thread, by the way, so you're gonna have to grab the flats of this this cup, and this is quite tricky and dangerous. You're gonna probably damage the cup. Another way is to take yourself one of these wrenches and grind down the wrench so it can fit onto this cup. So you mount this thing in a vise, like a little vise, even like this, and grind it with one of these little grinding discs. You get 20 of these for like 10 bucks Canadian Tire, and this is the steel for metal. It includes 5 for masonry, but the rest, 15 of them, is for metal, and they're very thin, and that's the best way I find to grind something. If you don't want to ruin your wrench, find a lawnmower blade. This is these are heat treated. These are almost like indestructible. So trace the cup onto your lawnmower blade. Cut off the blades, of course, the ends of it, and trace around like a cup, like this one right here. Trace that onto there, and cut yourself a slot. Grind that out. I haven't done this yet, and then you're gonna have your own cup tool. This is the best way to take this cup off. The channel lock is very hard to do it because it's such a small surface area that you're grabbing onto here. So anyways, you're gonna have to unscrew this counterclockwise. I mean, it's a reverse thread, so okay, so once you loosen this side here, and you remove this cup, the bearings are inside there, so you're going to loosen that. There's the bearings. Okay, so at this point, just remove the whole cup and bearing. Take that right out of there. And now all you have to do is remove this side. So you're going to just take that out, and now you're going to have the problem of this this shaft is still going to be inside your crank arm. So here's a foolproof way of taking it out. All right, so I'm going to put in the description exactly what you need to do this. What you want to do is get a piece of gas line or some kind of pipe. Could be a fencing pipe, but it has to fit over this shaft. So I have one right here, which I marked my bottom bracket tool. So the dimensions I'm going to put in the description. So you need a pipe where you can put it onto the ground, onto something that's like concrete. So you put your pipe, and then your axle, it has to clear your cup. So your cup is still on there. So once it's in there, let's jam it on a bit. Once it's on your little tool there, what you need is a bushing. I'm going to give you the dimensions in the description, but it's just a bushing. You're going to put like this. So right now this axle is hanging in the air. It's not touching the ground. You're going to put that on there. You're going to find yourself a bolt. I'm going to give you the dimensions in the description. Stick it on there like that. And get your trusty hammer. You don't need a sledgehammer, just a regular hammer. When you hit this, the physics of it, it's gonna pop that axle out no matter how seized it is. It's gonna pop out. I had these crank arms cold welded onto this one of these shafts, and this is the only way I was able to remove that axle out of there. No other way, I tried many ways, would get this out. So you're just gonna hammer it like that. A couple good blows, 1, 2, it's gonna come out no problem. You're not gonna damage nothing. As you can see, this one is not damaged at all. There's no damage on any of these threads. If you do, that's what the bushing is for, to guide the bolt so it doesn't hit any of these threads. That's made for the actual tool. And the pipe fits on this face right here. So this face, this top portion right here, is contacting the pipe. So that's why you need the right size, so that the impact can hit this area right here. Otherwise, you might not be able to do this. Alright, so you got the crank arm off. What else can I show you here? Here, for example, is another, so some kind of super cycle aluminum bike frame, and they use these shitty kind of cups, but it's the same idea. It holds the bearings inside of there. This one's really messed up, but it holds the bearings inside of there. So it's basically the same as something like this. It's the same. It's the same idea. Just looks different from the outside, and the other side looks like that. Similar. So that's the same kind of design as this. Alright, I guess that is it. Alright, have a great day. Thanks.